Hi everybody. I do not have time to film this right now, so I'm actually going to come in with a second part at the end of this video where I can be a little more chatty about this, but I could not have this just sitting here without me knowing what was in it. So this is a package from LeCow, and I just want to thank LeCow because they sent this to me in exchange for a review. So thank you so much to them. They are so kind and generous. So I am just going to go ahead and open this up. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to talk through in this, but like I said, I will just come back, especially after I've had some time to play with this. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I don't even know if I should so I feel compelled to just start being chatty, but I need to just get this done. Oh, this is so beautifully packaged. Oh my goodness. So I've seen unboxings from Miss Vicky B and My Life Mitts, and even Courtney Diaz. So I recognize the brand, but I've just never taken the plunge on my own. Okay, I'm just gonna snip this. Okay, so, oh, I'll have to read that later, but I'll come back. Okay, so this is kind of a surprise, which is why I'm like really excited to open it up and just see what I ended up getting. I indicated that I wanted a wide size, so oh, this is so nice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so nice. So a leather sample. This looks like, I did say that I wanted the Brownie leather. Let me move this. And this looks like, you know, it could be like a coaster or something too of the same leather. Oh, that has a good smell. So I don't even know what kind of leather this pocket is. I did say that I wanted a front pocket, and I was good with the button closure because this is something that's very particular to the LeCow brand. It's kind of one of their statement details is having this button closure. Holy moly, look at the texture on this. I love me some texture. There's their little cow stamp. Oh, so cute. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. This is so clever. I've always admired this when I've seen everybody else's. Okay, I just had to readjust the camera there. Beautiful button. I love that button. It looks like he has like so many different kinds, and that is so gorgeous. So let's just open it really quick. Oh, yay. So I wanted just a folio style. I didn't want Traveler's Notebook strings on the inside. So they were able to accommodate that. So I wanted to use like this as a slip pocket for an insert. So yay. And then this is the insert that comes with it. Yeah, they're all perforated. That is cool. All the pages are perforated. Okay, so this is it. This is the folio cover, and oh, it's so lovely. So I will just cut to the next clip. And we're back. It has been a couple of days since I opened this up, and as you can see, I have moved into this folio, and I just really quickly wanted to go through the freebies. I know I showed this leather tag that is in the shape of Taiwan, where LeCow is based, and then this like sample slash coaster of a leather that looks to match what this notebook is made out of. And then this leather tassel. And I have seen other people have these in their videos, and I think this is just something like an extra freebie that he throws in. You know, it's just made from leather remnants, and it seems that he tries to match it with the type of leather cover that you get. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I know some people, when they have an actual traveler's notebook, they will just clip it up at the top here as just a little extra decor, but that is really, really cool and a really great way to use up remnant leather. So I showed the insert that it comes with. Every notebook comes with an insert. This one obviously was just blank and all the pages are perforated. Not sure what I'm going to use that for yet, but glad to have it. And then the business card, and I will link the shop. LeCow now has a YouTube channel and they have a Facebook group that is really active. So I will put all those links in the description so you can check it out. And then the note card. And I read this and he said, Diamond, who is the owner of LeCow and the creator behind all of these leather covers, he said that this was the first time that he's made this size, which is wide size or Moleskine Cahier size. So it's just a little bit slimmer than A5 size. So he said that he made this back pocket into a secretarial pocket, basically, instead of this full-length slip pocket, because he was nervous that it wouldn't fit my Moleskine expanded notebook. So he hoped that by doing this, it would help me slip it in easier and it would just be a better fit. So it fits perfectly to my particular standards. When I have a thick notebook like this, I like it to be as flush as possible, and then having a little bit of overhang is even more preferable to me. So in this particular case, I'm able to get the back cover into the secretarial pocket, and I do have the soft cover Moleskine, but the front cover of this notebook will not slip into here and be able to close. But when I use thick notebooks like this, I only like to put the back cover in the pocket. I like to leave the front cover out like this. So this actually works extremely well for my particular tastes. So I was so surprised when I opened this up because I didn't give a lot of detail as to what I wanted. I kind of gave some general things that I was interested in, but I kind of just left it up to them for a lot of the features in here. And I was really surprised at the things that they chose because it was almost like they knew my style. So this dark brown leather is the Brownie leather. And this actually, I had to think about it because I was like, what does this remind me of? And what it reminds me of is the chic sparrow leather, the creme in the chocolate color, but it reminds me of it after it has patinaed for a really long time. So this has that really awesome bumpy texture and it's shiny. You know, the bumps look already like they've been handled for a long time and like oils have transferred onto it. So it looks like a really patinaed, broken in chocolate creme. And I adore this about this leather. So I had said I really liked the Brownie leather that he offered and as much texture and character as possible. So this really, really delivered. And then there are two features that I've seen that are really like quintessential LeCow features that I think I've only ever seen them offer. And one is the patchwork leather and then this button closure like this. So I am personally not a fan of patchwork, like anything, but he does offer patchwork leather. You can get the whole notebook that way. You can get a reinforced spine that's a patchwork. You can get pockets in the front and the back that are that patchwork feature. I did say that instead of patchwork leather, I would like a front pocket. And I just took a screenshot of, a front pocket example from their website and I sent it to them. And I wasn't actually sure what leather they were going to pick. And this I have found is the vintage tan leather, and I love it. If you're familiar with my taste, you know I love my browns. So I love the contrasting brown here. I love the distressing that's in this leather. It's not distressed, it's just the natural markings and variations that come with it. Absolutely love it. I did not pick my leather color, which is something you can customize, and it came with matching brown stitching, and I was like, whew, I don't like contrasting stitching, and I was really, really pleased that they picked this for me. And then I didn't pick the button. You can choose what kind of button you get, and I did not. I just said, yeah, I was good with the button closure because I didn't pick any patchwork stuff, but I wanted a feature that was pretty exclusive to LeCow, and their button closure was. So I just said, I want that feature, and they picked this button, and I just love it. I love the pattern on it, and I think it just complements, the brown colors of the leathers here really, really well. And I'm just really, really pleased with this thing overall. So this was a letter I wrote to myself in December of 2018. So I just moved this around with each of my journals because I plan on opening it a year later just to see how I've grown, how far I've been. And I like how it tucks into that front pocket quite nicely. So I will take my giant notebook out of here and talk about all of the features in this. So like I said, this is the Brownie leather, and huge fan, totally love it. The nap inside, I know some people are a little weird about how the nap on the inside feels. I'm not particular about that, but just FYI, my piece came, it feels pretty dry. I don't know if you could hear that. And some parts like down here, it's almost a little bit scratchy. So just FYI, if that's something that really gets under your skin, just be aware. All pieces of leather are different. So you may get Brownie leather and it may not come like this, but mine did. The stitching, like I said, is matching stitching, and it is so well done. All of the examples I've seen in other people's videos and in photos in the Facebook group and everything, they have all looked perfectly done. The stitching is evenly spaced away from the edge, everywhere, all the way around, even on the pocket. It's just so, so well done. And this button is actually secured with this same thread. So there's not a bump back here like you would get when you tie off elastics or anything. So it's completely flat under here. So things that you slip in and out aren't going to get caught by the button. So I really appreciate that. And speaking of the button and the closure, so I have seen in some other examples that this closure, it's poked through the back and then it was knotted underneath the pocket. And when it was done that way, it created this bump like that you could see on top of the pocket there. But I was really surprised because mine is actually all the way through all of the layers. So it's through the back cover and through the pocket so that the knot just sits on top on the outside like that. But I think that is such a great improvement because, as we all know, leather outlasts the elastics that are in it. So it's really crucial to be able to have a way to replace any elastics that are in your cover. So you could just snip this off and then thread, really easily thread, a brand new piece of elastic through here to freshen that up. And, you know, that's so much easier than having to go inside a pocket and do that. So really, really great, really happy about that. Obviously, your notebook is only going to slip in as far as this knot is, but I think he's done a really great job of getting this as far to the edge as possible without compromising the integrity of the leather at this edge. Speaking of edges, these are all nicely finished. You can see a little bit of shine on the edges there. And this one, so this is like 3 pieces of leather thick. So it's a little bit thick. The actual Brownie leather is a thicker piece, and the pockets on the inside, which is the same leather, they have been thinned out. So it's not too bad. And I keep things simple. Obviously, if you're familiar with LeCow, you know they have so many options for fold out pockets on the inside and like pen pockets and all kinds of options. But, you know, I like to keep things simple. And, you know, if you go on their website, you'll see they have so many leather options and they're constantly getting new leathers in. And LeCow actually sent me their brand description that they wrote out, and I thought it was very appropriate. I will read it to you. It says, "Our leather comes from Italy and the Americas. Every piece of leather is carefully selected, each of which has a very unique texture. Our leather is very rich in color, and we hope our customers can find their ideal leather. We continue to have new designs that make every customer feel that LeCow is different." And I would say they do offer so many features that are quite unique to their brand. And as far as customization goes, oh my goodness, you can just go ham with every little detail. On their website, they even have a build your own notebook section, and it takes you through each step where you first pick out the leather, then you pick out outer pockets, inner pockets, closures, and like everything your heart can desire. You know, you can pick the stitching color, you can pick even the kind of button, and just like the leather, they get fresh stock of buttons all the time. So if you check back often, you can see, you know, all of the new designs that they have available. So it was such a pleasure to work with them. And I was communicating with them through Facebook Messenger. They were so responsive and so helpful. So I highly recommend checking them out if you are in the market for a new leather cover. And like I said, I will link everything in the description so you can give them a visit. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.